Well, hello again, boys and girls. It is Miss Wakely again, and I am excited to be able to talk to you and give some more information about the tale of a tadpole. Today is day 2, and remember, our standards are obtain, evaluate, and communicate information about the life cycle of different living organisms, and we're going to do the frog. And I know you guys don't understand the standards, and it's okay, so don't worry about it because we're going to learn it in a different way. And also, we're going to know and use various texts. Remember our captions, bold prints, keywords, etc., and locating information in a text effectively or efficiently. I'm sorry. And our I can is I can obtain, evaluate, and communicate information about the life cycle of a tadpole. So, look at our screen. On day 1, we saw a bunch of eggs. Well, today, I think we see a bunch of tadpoles. And today we have another definition that we are going to add, and it is predators. Predators are animals that eat other animals. Prey are the animals that eat. Tadpoles are prey because other animals want to eat them up. And our focus today, we are going to read about the predators of tadpoles and think about how the tadpoles avoid being prey. Very interesting. So if you're at home with a sibling or a parent or a grandparent or somebody, how about talking to them about some predators and preys and see what you guys will come up with during that conversation. All right. So, and again, today it says Coral Read. So, like I said, you can reread this after Miss Slaveley's read it, and I'm going to read it slow so we can stay together. But I want you to, we're going to talk about some key things like sticklebacks and diving beetles, and how this is going to be our focus for today. And we're going to talk about how the sticklebacks swim with their legs, and how tadpoles swim by wiggling their tails, and how they hide in plants. And then remember that the book on our tadpole, Tale of a Tadpole, how the important information is, and how the author's main purpose is to teach us about the life cycle of the tadpole. And I'm sorry again, and here I go coughing. So, we are going to go on a Tale of a Tadpole. So, let's go back to our table of content. And remember, we are going to go, and I've read several pages, but today we are actually going to go on page 12 and keep on talking about the Tale of a Tadpole. Let's see if I can. Okay. Many other animals live in the pond. They are shiny goldfish and sticklebacks and great diving beetles. They chase the young tadpoles. So here's some fish and some beetles. And there are the tadpoles just swimming around because they've hatched out their little soft eggs. And I'm sorry because when I start to talk, I start to cough. A stickleback feels hungry. He opens his mouth wide. Open your mouth wide. Let's see how big it can go. Oh my, look at those big mouths. And the little gray tadpole wiggles their tails and swim away through the water. So they have to go really, really fast to get away from that stickleback. A great diving beetle feels hungry too. His hairy back legs beat through the water. The tadpoles escape. And where do they go and hide? It says they hide in the weeds so they can get away. from the beetle. So I'm going to stop here. And I want to talk to you about the sticklebacks and the diving beetles and how the tadpoles are their prey. The text also tells us how the tadpole wiggles its tail to swim through the water. Guys, wiggle your tails and see if you can swim. We can wiggle, but I don't think we can swim too well, can we? All right, and how they hide in plants to avoid from being eaten by the predators. So we're going to talk about some of our predators. We got our beetle. And remember, we have our stickleback. And so remember, so we've talked about starting our life cycle. Our first part was the egg. Then it hatched to the tadpole. So we got the egg and the tadpole, part of our life cycle. And let's go to our reading partner work. Like I said, if we're in the classroom, we can work with a partner. If we're at home, we can work with a parent, a sibling, an aunt and uncle, anybody that we can work with, okay? So, as you reread or re-listen to Miss Swabley read it, think about the author's main purpose to teach about the life cycle of a frog. What does it mean to say that the stickleback is the predator? You're going to write this on a piece of paper, remember, so someone can take a picture and upload it to Google Classroom so I can see it. And how does the tadpole avoid being prey? And then you can look at, go back to the video from day 1, because it says look at page 9, but it's not on this recording. It's on day 1 recording. And remember that large group of egg. Now, why do you think there were so many? And then you can write that down too. Okay? So, we've read so far how the life cycle starts in the gallery and what they were being eaten by. And we have to remember these events of the life cycle of a frog in order, because it doesn't just start out as a frog. It starts out of eggs. So first we read about the beginning cycle of the frog, which the frog lays eggs, and then we read about the life as a tadpole. And I want you to attempt to draw the pictures again of your life cycle. And this one, it doesn't have the labels. So I want you to write in after you draw and see if you can keep remembering. Over here's a little hint. Wink, wink, wink. So, and then on the back, we have a small group little option here. I want you to write super sentences for predators and prey. It says predator-prey relationships. Predator hunts other consumers for food. Prey hunted and eaten by predators. And it says this relationship is important because it keeps animal population in an area at a healthy level and decreases overpopulation. So you're going to write a predator is, a prey is, and you're going to draw a picture, and it's going to be you're going to draw a picture of it on a piece of paper, and somebody's going to take a picture and upload it into Google Classroom. And then you are going to also write like a little informal assessment response, like we would write in our journal here. If we were in school, we'd use our reading journal and write in it. But at home, it's going to say, we have learned from the text how tadpoles escape predators by hiding. So this is what I want you to do. How do other animals avoid becoming prey? Write about that. Get somebody to take a picture, upload it to Google Classroom so Miss Swabley can look at it and read it. And guys, if you have any questions, send me a message on Google Classroom, and then we'll check in so often so we can talk and see each other's faces. We'll have a little meet. But everyone have a great day. I can't wait to see you, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.